Yeah, Jody, the last words that Barbara Sheehan heard as she was led off in cuffs were from her daughter. She said them from the gallery. "I love you, Mommy." That was the same daughter who testified on her behalf in her father's murder trial. Barbara Sheehan was acquitted of that charge, but she was found guilty of using the weapon that ultimately ended his life, and that's why she's facing up to 15 years in prison. She was let off today, even as her legal team, tried to get her out on bail, and they are vowing to appeal the decision.
I have absolutely nothing to say right now.
Barbara Sheehan broke down in tears today on the courthouse steps moments before surrendering herself to start serving time, perhaps years, on a gun conviction. Her daughter was steadfastly by her side, as she has been throughout her mother's trial for killing her father, Raymond Sheehan, 3.5 years ago.
Hell isn't quite over for her yet.
But Raymond Sheehan's twin brother, Vincent, who hasn't missed a day of the month-long proceedings, had a different take.
And I believe the evidence was clear in this case, and I believe she got away with it.
Sheehan's legal team made a last-minute application to keep her out on bail while she awaits sentencing on the gun charge. She was acquitted of the murder charge last week, which carried 25 years to life. But a jury found she illegally possessed one of the guns used to shoot her husband of 24 years, a retired police officer. Lawyers are already preparing their appeal.
A little bit frustrating, just, thinking that she might have to go to jail because we don't think that she belongs there. And if she was definitely defending herself, there's no question about that.
Sheehan's team made the legal Hail Mary pass trying to get her sprung from jail, but an appellate judge ruled that prosecutors needed more time, and Sheehan will at the very least spend 10 days on Rikers Island.
The first day I met Barbara Sheehan was at Rikers Island. And the thing she said to me, which is, I think, true today, she said to me, I said, "Gee, I'm sorry you're here." She said, "At least I'm safe. But we think the law will make her free."
Now, her legal team is going to appeal on the basis that a psychologist who interviewed her post-shooting and could speak to Barbara's mindset, especially as a battered woman and whether she was suffering from battered woman syndrome, all of that testimony was excluded from the trial. Their legal team wants it back in, thinks it could go to the gun charge. They're also, interestingly, going to ask for text messages that may have been exchanged between Barbara and her husband, Raymond, in the days leading up to the shooting. They say it may have some very interesting information about whether or not Raymond was threatening her just days before that violent encounter. We are live at Brooklyn Appellate Court. I'm Kirsten Cole, PIX 11 News. Now I hand it over to Mary Murphy, who's in Minneapolis.